Ah, Nintendo. My favorite thing in the entire world. Today, I'm gonna try to do the impossible. I'm gonna rank Nintendo's 20 best sellers ever. Yeah, we're going there on the first episode. Alright, bring the music back now. I said no!
Why are you saying I'm fat?
Oh great, an exercise simulator. Because that's what video games are about. Yeah! Oh god, why am I talking about this so-called game? Why is this game so successful? The world may never know. But hey, at least the balance games are fun. So that's nice, I guess. I don't even know, let's just move on.
Stupid dog! You made me look bad!
Duck Hunt. It's one of those kind of games, you know? Where it could either be really frustrating or really fun depending on the type of gamer you are. If I'm being totally honest with myself, I'm a bit of both. When I don't miss my shots.
Fine! Great!
But when I do miss my shots. That dumb dog. Oh, that's right. Laugh it up, you piece of shit.
Again! Now I'm freezing my udders off!
Ah yes, the tech demo that sold stupidly well just because it came with a Wii Remote. You get a collection of 9 mini games, each showing off the Wii Remote's capability. Shooting range, laser hockey, fishing, and tanks are all a blast to play. But there's one game in particular that makes it better than Duck Hunt and Wii Fit, and that, my friend, is Charge. I don't know why, but playing as your Mii while you're charging as a cow knocking over scarecrows is so satisfying. And is the highlight for this so-called. But Wii Play is still pretty so
hilarious and original.
Please don't kill me!
I am so sorry guys. I really gave this game a chance. I really did. But Wii Sports Resort sucks. The only reason, and I mean the only reason why Wii Sports Resort is above the other three is because it actually feels like a game and not some stupid tech demo just to make money off of it. God, this game makes me so mad. How do you take all the original Wii Sports stuff and then add more to it and ruin it with the frickin' Wii Motion Plus frickin' move? Oh, no. This isn't a technical difficulty. I'm just saying that Wii Sports Resort sucks. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on. I don't have much to say about this one because you probably heard a lot about Tetris already. I can't believe something so simple turned out to be one of the most successful games in the entire world. If it had any more substance, and if the fact I didn't suck at puzzle games, they would also be much higher.
Nice one!
That beat drop did not need to go as hard as it did, but I'm so glad it did. Wii Sports is Nintendo's most successful title to date, selling a whopping 82 million sales. Yes, I know it came with every single Wii, which helped it tremendously, but that is an absurd number. Does it deserve to be Nintendo's most successful game?
Of course not!
But at least it had good intentions. Oh wait, I forgot to talk about
Animal Crossing!
Finally. A relaxing game with substance. You know, when this game came out, I thought it was a teensy bit overrated. But once I replayed it this year, I fell in love all over again. Usually I'm not into video games with this genre, but New Horizons is different. The wide range of customizability makes it on the same level as Minecraft in terms of creativity, and it's a breath of fresh air from the video games we previously talked about. Guys, picking my least favorite out of these 5 Pokemon was one of the hardest parts of this challenge. Pokemon is my second favorite video game franchise of all time. Picking my least favorite is a challenge, but my least favorite Pokemon game on this list is... Probably not what you were expecting, huh? Even after all these years, I've never understood the hype of Gold and Silver. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a really good Pokemon game, but best of all time? I don't think so. There's a few things that drag this way down for me. A, I do not like the fact that there's 16 gyms. That is way too many gyms. It makes the game drag on longer than it already does. And...
No, not the beast! Not the beast!
A lot of the new Pokemon in this game are mad forgettable. I had to look up what other Pokemon were in Gen 2 besides Pichu. But who am I kidding, it's still a Pokemon game, so I had to rank it high by default. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl is weird. It's one of those average across the board type of games for me. I neither
Love it.
nor I do love the story, and I love the Pokemon from this generation a lot better than I thought I would. But I don't know, man, there's just something off about this game that I just don't know what it is. I can't really say the graphics. I mean, the graphics look absolutely gorgeous for DS standards, but it does look a lot better than Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
I'm just saying.
The one that started it all. I don't need to tell you how this one game saved the entire industry, because you've probably heard that more than enough. This introduced Bowser, one of my favorite characters in fiction, and Princess Peach, who are both very iconic characters at this point. I don't know what else to say that hasn't already been said, so let's move on to my top 10.
It's amazing. You're a genius. He's just like new.
For a celebration of the previous game, New Super Mario Bros. Stuck to its source material really well. The Bowser boss fights are very similar to the original. Even some of the level layouts are similar to the original, but they added so much more to it. My favorite thing about this game is becoming Mega Mario and destroying everything in your sights like frickin' Godzilla. Awesome!
Awesome!
Just like new.
Again!
For years, I've been saying that New Super Mario Bros. On the DS is better than the Wii version. But looking back at it, this one is definitely better in the graphical department and definitely better story-wise. It was the first mainline Mario to include 4-player co-op, which was a huge deal back in the day. While bringing back the Kooplings is cool, it isn't as original as some of the boss fights from the original version on the DS. And I know you're probably wondering, what makes this better than the DS version? And that, my friend, is the final boss. It may not seem like much at first, like the original boss fights in the original Mario Bros. And when you think that's Peach, it's just Kamek in disguise. He does his little Alakazam and Alakazoops, but then BAM! Bowser's freaking Godzilla, and all we can do is run from him, and it's a high-speed chase. I don't know how Nintendo did it, but Nintendo made one of my favorite boss fights in the entire Mario series. And for that alone, I had to put New Super Mario Bros. Wii in the top 10.
You're my sun and moon.
For those of you that have been a fan of my TikTok for a while, know that I ranked Sun and Moon as my second favorite Pokemon game. Well, now it's actually my third, but it's still a very unique and very good Pokemon game. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's the hate for modern Pokemon titles. Do people not realize how well done these stories are? Every single character that you meet along the way has a lot of personality. Even Team Skull. While Team Skull is nowhere near as entertaining as Team Rocket, they are still very entertaining. And they have a very important plot with the story, which I'm not going to spoil if you haven't played the game already. I'm just gonna say, that ending, I don't even have words to describe it because it is the best ending out of any Pokemon game. Hell, any RPG even.
Who's that Pikachu?
I know what you're thinking. What Pokemon game could possibly top Sun and Moon if Sun and Moon has the best ending in the series? Well, there's two. But let's talk about the first one being the first ever game in the series, Pokemon Red and Blue. It's the one that started it all. And to be honest, it was a pretty great start. Yeah, I mean, sure, the graphics haven't aged as well as Sun and Moon's, but for being on a Game Boy, this is very impressive. I mean, sure, this probably is the trickiest puzzles out of any of the games in the series, which is why it's not in the top 5, but it's still one of my favorite RPG games nonetheless.
Take that, you funky monkey!
This one hurts to put at number 6. This was the first Mario Kart I ever played, and I fell in love with the series ever since then. Besides the nostalgia factor, Mario Kart Wii is also a very good Mario Kart game, and by far has the best character roster in the entire series. That's mainly because it has Funky Kong, and that's a fact. Another thing, the music also slaps hard, bro. Let's just take a moment to listen to some of these awesome tunes.
You just got coconut.
I'll take a double triple bossy deluxe.
I never thought there would be a better Mario Kart than Mario Kart Wii. The Mario Kart 8 hit me with a surprise banana.
What the fuck?
I am honestly shocked on how amazing this port is. If you can even call it a port anymore. It has almost 100 courses, almost 70 characters, custom item selection, fixed battle mode, amazing soundtrack. I could honestly go on all day.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
I'm willing to admit I'm not a Zelda fan. However, Breath of the Wild is an exception. I've never seen a game so beautiful and literally define what an open world game should be so perfectly, as well as Skyrim. The only question is, why is it not number 1? There's way too many shrines, and some of the shrines are insanely hard, but then again, the shrines are optional. Breath of the Wild is just one of those games that you can't help but to love, Zelda fan or not.
Let us see the power of your so-called sacred sword.
I don't know if it's just me, but I consider Pokemon Sword and Shield to be not just the best Pokemon game.
Okay,
Not just the best RPG,
here we go.
but one of the greatest games of all time.
Oh, hell no!
Are you kidding me?
What do you mean it's one of the greatest of all time? The story sucks, the graphics are terrible, everything is Shut the fuck up. If you thought Breath of the Wild immerses you into its world perfectly, Pokemon Sword and Shield is just like that, but with the Pokemon formula we all know and love, making it an absolute shoo-in for the top 3. Hop is actually one of the greatest rivals because he actually has a connection with the champion, so he actually has understandable motives to reach his goal, to leave an impact on people as much as his brother did. And oh my god, the final battle. This looks like something you would see in the actual anime, not a mainline Pokemon, but god, it fits so well. I usually don't cry while playing video games, but the ending to this just got me so emotional. And for that achievement alone, it gets bronze medal on this list. I know it's typical to put this game high on the list, but Super Mario World deserves all the credit it can get. There's a reason so many people call this the greatest video game ever made. The graphics still look stunning, the gameplay is as smooth as ever. And may I remind you, this game came out in 1990, and there are still modern games that look worse than this. Like, what the f***? Anyway, I don't know what else to say that's already been said across the internet. Just go play it for yourself if you haven't already, because you're missing out on one of the best experiences of a 2D platformer in your entire life. Out of all the games on this list, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was the easiest pick for number 1. Not only is it a celebration for Nintendo at this point, but for gaming in general. And I've played it non-stop since it came out, mastering every single character. It's very unlikely we'll ever get a game like this ever again. Not only has every Smash Bros. Character in Smash Bros. History returned, but we've gotten characters that we have been requesting to be in Smash Bros. For years, and some we thought were borderline impossible to be in due to legal reasons. While Ultimate Story is complete, the legacy that it's left will live on forever, which is why I consider Smash Bros. Ultimate to be the best of Nintendo's best sellers.